the death penalty. Now, that tells a lot about his character. So when he wants to deport people, that's really being nice to the Hispanics. Because he wants to look by these young men. Hello? Thank you.
Okay.
I don't got nothing to say about that. I think she's right. I don't got nothing to say about that one. I give up. Oh, sister, I agree. And one other thing I always wanted to say on Chicago radio, because, I'm from Toledo, which is in Ohio. But, man, even though I am a Republican and all that, man, I always love me some Michelle Obama. So if any Michelle Obama sisters is in Chicago looking for a good brother with a job and some benefits, holler at me. Get a number to Cliff. I did love Michelle Obama. Tell her. That's my girl. I love her.
Yeah, she's great. She's great. That's funny. Listen, about the Kasich, again, let me ask what you think about this as a professional that you are. With Bush continuing to fade, doesn't Kasich more than anybody else benefit by Bush going down the tube?
I believe so because, okay, common sense, I think with the guys who drive the ship, the consultants, the high level boys, I think they all figured it was just going to be, the third Bush because they already got a database of the donors and everything. So by him going down in flames, and when I met him over in Cleveland, man, he just has the personality of Mr. Ed. I mean, he's just glue. I'm like, this dude ain't doing nothing, man. I'm saying to his face. I met him and it was nothing there. Like when you met his brother, I met his brother once. And George was all right. George is kind of like a fraternity boy. He kind of drank with everybody. That's how he was. Hey, y'all, what's up? But the Jeb dude, he just ain't got us. But I think what it does is by him going down in flames, I do think it propels Kasich up because Ohio has selected the president every year since, every election since 1960 or something. So by him being in Ohio, by him, the convention putting it here, and what don't nobody know, Boehner was from Ohio. All the political cast that run the show are from Ohio and Wisconsin. They the big boys.
That's a good point.
And so Kasich going to be involved.
Yeah, I was a little surprised at Jeb because I think you did a good job as governor in Florida. And, he's not connected.
I just think he's an entitled, spoiled rich boy, and he didn't think anybody would hit him in the mouth. And I think when Trump hit him in the mouth, he exposed him like, he could bully everybody else, but Trump came and smacked him around, like a streetwalker, and like he just couldn't take a punch. And he been on the ground ever since. And the rest of them, they kicking him now too. Remember in Friday when Ice Cube knocked out DEBO, and everybody else came and got their items back also. That's what happened.
Yeah, right. Listen, they mentioned Hilary 25 times. Isn't that a bit excessive?
Yeah, I think so, man. It's just like I think they need to concentrate on what they doing. It's like why would I keep hyping up, her? All that basically shows to me is they scared of her. And it's just like it just reinforces her. And if I'm her, I'm sitting there going, I'm on their mind. I wouldn't even mention her. I want people to talk about
why they did. As I told you earlier, Richard, I think it was done well. I commend the commentators. I commend what they were talking about. They kept them on, we're talking about the economy and the business and so forth. And I think it was great. Let's take another call for Richard Sayre. We're always pleased to have him. Andre's with us on the south side. Hey, Andre.
Hello, Cliff. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, Andre?
I'm okay. Hello to the guest.
Thank you, bro.
Thing I want to, George Bush has an arrogance about himself, and they talk about Hilary Clinton with this, just carrying the torch, but he also felt like he was entitled to be the next president. And I'd like to know if you can elaborate on something here. The Republicans are always talking about pull yourself up by your bootstraps, and they want to keep a minimum wage at $7, but yet they're against collective bargaining. That seems to be contrary to common sense to me. If you don't want people laying up on the system giving them anything, seems like to me if you're Republican, you'll be fighting for collective bargaining to help people keep their jobs or pass some kind of legislation to keep their jobs. And Cliff, I'd like to know if you could name something for me that Jeb Bush did good while he was governor, because all I remember about him is the savings and loan scandal. That's what I remember about him.
Okay, so thanks a lot. I'm about out of time. I want Richard to respond to that because I think this was another thing where Ben Carson did a reversal. Wasn't he for $15 minimum wage, Richard, initially, and now he's saying yes
That I'm not certain. I hadn't heard anything from that, but you know, speak to the brother who just spoke. You know, the truth is, this is business, man. Politics is not right and wrong. It's the business of it. And if you have business people supporting your party, let's say I've got a friend. He owns. His name is Dr. Francis DUMBUYA. He came to America from West Africa with like $75. He owns 2 daycare centers. Fantastic brother, good speaker, everything. But you know, he owns a daycare center. So what happens is, you know, he can only pay the people 7, 8, whatever minimum wage is. I just don't know. Or it pretty much will put him out of business. So if you're the Republican candidates and you're dealing with Republican donors and stuff, you're going to do what the business people want. That's just how it is. I'm not saying if it's right or wrong, but that's just kind of the reality of it. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Like, I went to, I saw this thing on Facebook about, you know, the McDonald's workers, they want $15 an hour. Man, they're going to put them out of work. Because how hard is it to push the button, man? You know, like, now I'm not saying what they don't do is hard. I mean, you know, it isn't worthwhile work, but let's just be realistic, man. There's no way a small business, Dr. Francis, can stay in business where if he has to, because he has to match everything with, you know,
Richard, we got to go to the top of the hour break.
Okay.
Fantastic. Thanks so much. We'll be getting back to you.
Hey, always call me. Tell Michelle I'm looking for her, man. I want her.
Okay.
He can't handle you, baby. Call Richard in Toledo. Black Republican love you.
And the voice of the nation.